Hi, this video is about HTTPLoot, a tool that we developed at RedHunt Labs for our product InVidar. To start with, HTTPLoot is a tool that has the capability to simultaneously crawl, scan and grab secrets from the front end. It can even submit forms and trigger error or debug pages to grab secrets from those specific error debug pages. To use the tool, you will require any one of the binaries from the releases section, or you can build the binary yourself. The tool is written in Golang, so just doing a Go build will work. Apart from that, you will require two JSON files, one containing the list of regexes we use for detecting the secrets. The other one is the database of the tech stacks that we support for the error or debug pages. We are releasing a community version of this tool along with a blog and a project resonance wave. To start with, I'll quickly display the arguments that the tool actually supports. First off comes the concurrency, the number of sites to actually process concurrently. Then you can specify a depth, crawling depth. Then comes the form length. Like I mentioned earlier, the tool has the capability to simultaneously fill forms and trigger error or debug pages. So you can specify the length of the string with which the form is to be filled. And if you want just a custom string for filling the forms, then you can use this flag. You can even pass the domains via a file. You can rename an output file using the output file command. The default file in which the results are written at is this httploot.csv. Here comes parallelism. Parallelism is the number of URLs per site to process concurrently, while concurrency is the number of sites to process concurrently. Submit forms is the switch with which you can control whether or not to auto submit forms to trigger error or debug pages. You can specify HTTP timeout, you can specify a custom user agent, you can ignore SSL warnings as well, and finally comes an important flag, which is the wildcard crawl. When crawling, we often find links of other domains being hyperlinked in the site which we are crawling. So it may happen that the crawler may go out of bounds and start crawling other domains as well, which is not in scope. So to avoid that, the default is to avoid that, but if you want to actually go ahead and crawl every link that you get, you can use this wildcard crawl flag. I have set up a demo Laravel site on my local host. So basically this is a demo site which has a debug mode enabled. You just fill up this form and it will trigger a debug page because the debug mode is enabled and there is an error in the backend. So let me just fill up this form with any garbage value, and you can see that the debug page has been triggered. The interesting thing for us hackers is this environment details, which contains the session JWT, the XSRF token. Let's see what else we got here. We have the database name, the database username, the database password. We have the mail host, we have the mail username, we have the mail password. We have the AWS default region as well, and we have the no captcha secret and the no captcha site keys. Google recaptures secret and site keys. So I think this is way more sensitive information that shouldn't be exposed to the public, but since the debug mode is enabled, these have been exposed. So I'll just quickly demo the tool against my own local host, this Laravel test site which is there. So once I do this, it will first of all detect the tech stack, which is Laravel, since it has already identified the tech stack, and then it will go ahead and finish the scan. The result is generated in a file called HTTPLoot results.csv. This is a CSV file. So if I just get it, you can see that it detected the reCAPTCHA key exposed, which is the reCAPTCHA keys on the debug page, and then comes the Laravel environment variables exposed, which contains all these environment variables that have been exposed by the front end. So that is how the tool actually works. I hope you found the video useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or ping me on Twitter. And the tool as well as the blog are linked in the description below. Feel free to check them out. Feedbacks are appreciated. If you have any issue with the tool, feel free to pull up an issue on our GitHub and we'll address that. Thank you.